Welcome to this Nous Factory video presentation on data safety and security when using Nous Factory and obviously Cloud Nous. When we formed and developed Nous Factory, we did so with a full understanding that client data security is absolutely paramount. This video will give you an understanding of the links we went through to make sure that we met that requirement. At the end of the video, there are references to specific information that's available on our website.
Your data is safe with Nous Factory. We recognise the need for total client data security.
At Nous Factory, we look at security in three major areas. The first that we're going to discuss now is data in transit. So that's protecting the information as you're working with Nous Factory. So looking after the data as it runs from whatever web-enabled device you're using up to the Nous Factory servers and back.
Encrypted in the same way as your online banking transactions, all data to and from Nous Factory servers is secure. You'll see the lock at the bottom of your browser.
Okay, so that covers how we look after data in transit. But how do we look after the data that's on our servers when you're working with it? How do we protect it and secure it from external attacks? How do we make sure that it's always available to you and safe?
We have an operations centre staffed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year that monitor our network within the Polaris data centre. It's also monitored by an external third-party supplier.
Okay, so we now know how we look after the data in transit travelling up and down between the Nous Factory servers and your web-enabled device. We know how we protect your data on our network, on our servers when you're using it. But seeing we're looking after your data all the time, how do we look after it when it's at rest, when you're not using it, in between working with your desktop?
This Brisbane-based data centre that houses the Nous Factory and your data is one of the most secure in the world. This purpose-built $220 million data centre is one of only 5 in Australia that are authorised to hold federal government agency data. Polaris is also independently assessed and approved for holding data for major banks, state governments and other significant Australian and global businesses.
Alright, so now we know how we look after the data as it travels between your web-enabled device and our servers. We know how we look after your data on our network, how we protect it, and we also know how we look after it when you're not using it, when it's at rest. So what really is the last word on data security with Nous Factory?
Nous Factory data is as safe as your bank.
Client data security at Nous Factory is a very serious business. We understand that clients need to place trust in our security and governance of the Cloud Nous environment so that they feel confident their data will be protected and its integrity maintained. Data security and governance is an important part of any cloud business, but to us we consider it as quintessential. We also believe in transparent security, so where rational, we disclose governance aspects of our security designs, policies and practices, and I'll show you where you can find those if you want to look further. So to get further details on Nous Factory's security policies, the best way to get there is to open up Nous Factory. Simply go to Cloud Nous. When you're in Cloud Nous, you can see up top we have an About, hover over About and then go down to the Security tab. Here you'll see that we have a more specific list of the items that cover our security. And if you want to delve deeply into our security policies and procedures and the true specifics, then you can click on this link, which you can also get to from Nous Factory's basic home page, which will take you through to our security governance page. This is more extensive than the video you've just watched in that we cover specific security in 4 areas rather than just 3. It's also very detailed in what we cover here, including as an example for data in transit, we talk about the encryption is used for each of the areas within Nous Factory. Obviously we don't cover areas where we believe there may be a risk to security by giving away information, but again, in general terms, Nous Factory does believe in having a transparent security policy so that clients can get that trust and confidence they need to use our service. That concludes our Nous Factory video on data security with Nous Factory and Cloud Nous. All of the references I made can be viewed at our website. Just go to nous-factory.com.au, along with other videos that cover the benefits of cloud computing. And while you're there, why not have a look around our website? Thanks for viewing.